And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And looking at the Cavaliers, they come into the opening game of this season with the goal of getting that first win out of the way as soon as possible. How they'd love to be sitting at 1-0 by the end of this evening. The season, Shaq, just really beginning, and you know they always say, hey, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. But in your playing career, how important was a good start to the season?
Well, Ernie, having played on some great teams, I really didn't worry too much because we expected to make the playoffs. You know, I wanted to make sure not to wear myself out too early. I used to AKA pace myself. Average 25 during the first half, and then the second half, bring it up to 28, 15, couple blocks, and make a couple of free throws.
You know, that's accurate. It was just a couple.
Yeah, just a couple. Oh, free throw joke. I like it.
I knew you would. Let's get out to Kevin Harlan. Kev?
To a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with my partners Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on the sideline as we get ready to start the season in style. And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. A starting five on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love at the 3 and the 4. And it's Harry Zhao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And he's on the board early. The first to strike there. Nice hoop.
Now LeBron.
You know, the Sixers have really undergone a complete reversal in recent years from a team with a very old-school, traditional front office to a team that's now focused on the science and analytics of winning basketball. And quite honestly, guys, we've seen more and more teams embrace the analytics side.
And another miss by Cleveland. Cleveland on defense. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a moment. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thanks again, Doris. And for the Sixers, their new stat-driven decision-making permeates the organization from ownership, Steve, to the front office, all the way down to the coaching staff.
Well, that's where the league seems to be going, Kevin. The teams are trying to think further ahead and see opportunities for strategic advantages. But look, it's still a balance. You've got to have chemistry and coaching, and those numbers will come in play. They can't be the be-all, end-all.
with just over a minute and a half played. Irving against Carter Williams. He feeds it to Roten. To the right side. And Mbamute kicks to Roten. Pass to Carter Williams. Now here's Roten. He's tightly guarded. And stolen by Love. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Love's running. The shot's good from Irving.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Carter Williams dishes to Moultrie. Roten kicks to Carter Williams. Clock at 6. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Tony Roten, an athletic slashing guard. He got the chance to play extensively last season with the Sixers, but the lack of refinement on his jumper made him more of a volume scorer.
And Roten given the chance last season, Clark, to play through his mistakes and gain some confidence.
And I thought his decision-making, while the question mark, Kevin, early, has started to get a little bit better. He's an athletic guard who really does a nice job attacking the rim.
Moultrie, that's good.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Now, here is Irving. James outside. Back to Irving. James outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Connects from three-point range. LeBron's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The 76ers trailed by 4. Roten, the pass to Mbamute. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
The Cavs just never really built any consistency last year for long stretches. You know, when that happens, it's hard to get wins away from home.
Cleveland, as you said, struggling on the road last year. Only 14 road wins. It's not going to cut it. And Roten drops them both. Well, a big part of the problem for Cleveland last year was talent on the roster. So we can assume things will be different. Clark on the road for him this season.
Things will be different in a lot of ways as long as LeBron is leading the way. And they'll be on the same page. He'll make sure of that. So look for a lot different outcomes in Cleveland.
Carter Williams with the ball.
His first make here in 4 tries to start this game. Michael Carter Williams with rare height at the point guard spot. He's 6'6", long arms. One thing you love about taller point guards, the ability to really survey the court, pass over the top of the defense.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And for Carter Williams, great quickness at his height. Clark able to defend smaller players and get by them to penetrate on the other side of the floor.
And he needs that, Kevin, because his jump shot is still very much a work in progress. It's not broke, but it's wobbling a little bit. He's got to tighten that thing up going forward.
In the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebound. Third is Kevin Love.
How about the season he had in the paint? His rebounding numbers were mind-boggling.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Irving dishes to Verejao. Beyond the arc. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Verejao. Irving's got 5.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought. without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Kevin, I got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 10th in fewest turnovers per game. 11th in rebounding. And they were in the top half of the league in opponent field goal percentage as well.
I think the most impressive aspect of their team last year, Clark, was the few turnovers that they committed. In the top 10 in the league in terms of fewest turnovers per game. And that boded well for them. Anytime they took care of the basketball, they were extremely difficult to beat. That became a big part of their identity.
And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. LeBron kicks to Verjao. That's good.
Kind of threaded the needle with that pass into the paint.
Noel checks in for Philadelphia. Richardson comes in for Mbamute. Well, a question you have to wonder as we watch LeBron play in his prime, should we be more in awe, Clark, of him from a historical standpoint? He has a chance, as many people think, to be the best of all time when he hangs them up.
He's right in that discussion. He's arguably already in the top 10. Actually, in my opinion, he is in the top 10. Clearly, right now, if he stopped playing, he'd be in the top 10 with a chance to be in the top 5. He's a once-in-a-generation kind of player, but so too were other Oscar, Wilt, Elgin, and guys of that ilk. But I think it will be a long time before we see anybody quite him in size, strength, speed, and skill.
Oh, put. Williams dishes it to Roten. The pass to Embiid. And the rejection by Love. Irving passes to James. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Shot's good. Waiter's got his second basket of the night. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Well, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity defensively.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break. LeBron came into the league with a ton of talent, skill, hyper expectations, but he's done everything he can to hone and refine his game since his rookie year. I think his climbing field goal percentage is an example of it.
And you look at his efficiency down low. LeBron has come a long way, Steve, from his rookie season when he shot just over 41%.
Well, it makes sense, Kevin. I mean, the post game is sort of the hardest thing to learn in the NBA, especially for a guy who didn't go to college. So LeBron has put in the time. He's become very efficient down on the block, and that allows him to space the floor around LeBron, which is just a nightmare to guard.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Left in the first quarter of the game. Thompson comes with the double team to stop the run, and it's Thompson with the jam. They love to get more of those, the easiest 2-point spots, and on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D, and I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, while we have a moment, let's check out the breakdown for LeBron. What a year he had last season. He averaged 27 points a game, 6 assists, and 7 rebounds. And it's the kind of run we've seen from him so many times in the past.
But no matter how many times we do see him have a stretch like this, Steve, it still leaves us shaking our heads in amazement and admiration.
Schved dishes to Williams. And Noel gets it to go on the assist from Elliott Williams. Noel's got first points of the night. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Feeds to Miller. He dishes it to Dali, and he drops that one in.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Noel throws it in.
Putting in for the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir. That may put a little life back into this team.
And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Here's Dali. Kicks it to Marion. The feed now to Dali.
Well, you know, it doesn't seem like they've missed many shots here.
The putback is no good. Thompson outside. All sorts of time. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
Up top, Shved. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He kicks to Richardson. No one near him. Connects the jumper drop. There's Miller with the 3. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, it looks pretty clear on the instant replay, guys. The ball was out of his hands in time. I mean, they need to get this one right. It's a big situation here.
Yeah, I can't see how they'd come.
The new season in the NBA rolls on. Dwight Howard and the Houston Rockets take on LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trail Blazers. It's all happening next Friday.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here. Clark, Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's been beautiful basketball to watch, guys. Really sharing and moving the ball, and as a result, they've got a great flow going.
Hand in glove, 5 guys working as one. The power of the fist, we call it. They've racked up a bunch of assists.
Cavaliers leading by 9. Well, the Cavaliers largely underachieved last season. A big part of that was constantly dealing with distractions the entire season, it seemed.
Yeah, it certainly appeared that way. It was always something with players fighting in-house or items getting leaked to the media and causing things to get stirred up. It's very hard to hold distractions circulating for you to be effective.
We've got Williams. Noel is out there with Arnett Mobley. Then it's Hollis Thompson. And it's Shved in at point guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. The 76ers making a switch here. And Baamute's checked in. Thompson inside the line. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the chain. And with Cleveland, it was just a train of events that led to the bad environment between players getting into it with each other and saying they wanted out of Cleveland. Some players saying it was about their brand and nothing else. They did everything they could do to get things in order this summer and did a pretty good job of it.
On better footing now, for sure.
Marion with it, picked up by Thompson.
For the Cavs, they needed to have a big change in culture. They seemingly did that with bringing LeBron back into the fold and hiring Black. You can expect them to be solely focused on winning games this season. John Marion, with 15 years in the NBA, a very good 15 years, basically talked about retiring even though he was still playing well at the conclusion of last season. Although I guess he did have a change of heart.
And Marion, a 4-time All-Star, one of the most athletic and versatile players in league history. Still an excellent role player, even after all these years.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Thompson. Tony Wroten comes in for Williams. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Alexei Shved. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Here's Waiters, and the officials call a traveling violation. Anderson Varejão's checked in for the Cavaliers. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. To the paint. Here's Carter-Williams. Rebound Love. And Marion has made a good chunk of change over his career. A lot of money. He said he wanted to walk away while he could still walk.
Yeah, well, he can't walk in his game, certainly. He can still walk and talk. An excellent defender, an energy player, a stat sheet stuffer. Quite pleased that he hasn't decided to do it.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Carter-Williams hits them both.
Michael Carter-Williams, NCW, last season's Rookie of the Year, unanimous, taken 11th by Philly. He came out hot, right out of the gates, with almost a quadruple double in his NBA debut.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Purdy. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job. Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And Moultrie kicks to Carter-Williams out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Moultrie, and he buries that ball, trailing the rim on the way down.
And Carter-Williams handed the keys to the Sixers, and he ran with it, leading the rookie class in points, assists, rebounds, and steals. And, of course, turnovers as well, but getting some slack. He had a lot of burden on his shoulder.
And here we go. Fast break. Carter-Williams has shot the ball.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
Yeah, you got to love the energy they're bringing. As soon as they got their hands on the ball, everybody got out and ran.
There's the dish to Jones. Irving kicks to Varejão. This is it to Waiters. Wants to get it to Varejão and does. The pass to Varejão. And it's good. The time running down in the shot clock. Varejão's got 9. And you look at Carter-Williams, well-rounded contributions to the box. An athletic 6'6" point. He can really impact the game in a number of ways.
Well, he's simply a stat sheet stuffer. I mean, it seems the more open NBA style of play really suits his strengths as a player. He was superb in his rookie season.
Now Varejão inside. It's stolen by Moultrie. Now here's Roden, defended by Jones. Mbamute against Jones. Shot's good from Mbamute. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Raiders on the wing. Love outside. Jones for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And Embiid got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Roten dishes to Mbamute. And they cut a bounce. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Let's check out the story of the stats for Tony Roten. Last season's performance for him. Last season he averaged 13 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Looking at those numbers, you'd probably say, yeah, that's about what we'd expect out of him.
Which isn't really what any player wants to hear. I mean, you don't want to meet expectations. You want to under-promise and over-deliver. You want to exceed expectations, and maybe we'll start to see him do that shortly.
Pass to Mbamute. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Roten. Knocked away. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
Knocking down the open shots and really getting a nice flow to their game.
Irving kicks to Waiters. He feeds it to Jones. Left side, Love. And he lays it straight in. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Roten. Here's Embiid. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. Irving kicks to Waiters. Back to Irving. Outside, Jones. Timeout called, Cleveland.
Well, Joel Embiid, born in Cameroon, the son of a professional handball player. He only started playing basketball at the age of 16. He'd been playing soccer and volleyball, but I tell you, his development in the game has been rapid.
Richardson, he's checked in for Arnett Moulton. Then for the Cavaliers, Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Verejao. LeBron comes in for James Jones, and Miller's subbed in for Dion Waiters. The drive by James, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And for Embiid, his countryman and NBA veteran Luke Richard Mbamute spotted him at a camp in Africa. That was the start of it all.
Came over to the U.S., didn't play a whole lot in high school. Expected to redshirt at Kansas, but ended up starting from day one. Not just game to game. You can see improvement within game.
That's a great point. You're right. Noel's jumped in for Philadelphia. Richardson kicks to Carter Williams. Noel passes to Carter Williams. Here's Roten on the 3 off target.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Irving kicks to Love. Irving dishes to Love. Cannot hit. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Now here's Roten. He has 5. To Carter Williams. Pass to Noel. Dishes it to Carter Williams. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Embiid. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Miller, the pass to Irving. LeBron kicks to Love. It's tipped. Cleveland moving it around. 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle, a lot of contact here.
Obvious foul. And he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
The Cavaliers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting the season ago.
First free throw is good.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Thompson, he's checked in for Embiid. Elliott Williams comes in for Roten. And it's Alexei Shved in for Michael Carter Williams. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
You know, the Sixers, quite honestly, since 2003 have been a team stuck on that treadmill of mediocrity, never winning more than 43 games. You know, last season the organization finally committed to a full overhaul and rebuild.
Noel throws it down. And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
I think looking at the Sixers, anytime that you go through a 21-game losing streak during any point of the season, you know you're going to be near the bottom of the conference standing.
Well, let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise. guys in the league last year. First in steals, 15th in rebounding, and they were in the top half of the league in assists as well. Not elite level, not quite good, but okay.
And the thing that I like that you talked about, Clark, was the steals, because to me that's their identity as a ball club. Number one in the league in thefts. They tried to take the ball away from the offense and really convert at the other end, and when they got that game going, they were really tough. What is surprising about the 76ers last year, they had the long losing streak, but somehow managed not to finish at the bottom of the East.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Hayward. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Here is the 2K leader with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Well, you look at Miller, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
Yeah, very deserved spot for him. The leading three-point shooters. He was terrific last season.
Out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Well, thinking of Philly in the East again, Clark, the fact that they didn't finish dead last after that losing streak says more about the conference than the 76ers.
Well, I guess I could agree with that. I mean, if you go 14-38 against the rest of the East like the 76ers did, you expect to be at the bottom, but amazingly they avoided that last year. Actually, I will agree. It was a testament to the East. Lack of quality play.
Good rebound there, but overall they're getting outworked on the glass.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
Back to Marion. Inside runner, good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 4 assists in the game.
It was a slow start for him. He started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Schmidt dishes to Williams. And Schmidt kicks to Noel. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Miller, and again it's Cleveland.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
And here we go with Jason Richardson. 1 second left. And so we wrap up the first half. Cavalier.
Well, Jason, I saw you briefly talking to Coach. What did he say was the objective from here on out?
Just going there, being aggressive, trying to get the lead. We got to understand that they're going to go through the passing lanes. We got to be better with the ball.
Valuing the basketball, always so crucial, Jason. Thanks for the time. Guys.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third. Second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Verjao. He has 9 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively. He's helped his club.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verjao in at the center.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
LeBron James on the wing. He's guarded by Mbamute. The pass to Waiters.
It's been a couple of whirlwind years for Joel Embiid. Coming from Cameroon, had to learn a new culture, new cuisine, how to drive a car. Now he's a top pick, making millions of dollars a year. That's enough to make anybody's head spin. A lot to adjust to. With his fluidity and the natural gift he seems to have for the game, I get the feeling this young man's going to be just fine.
It's tipped, stolen by Waiters. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And Mbamute with the steal. Irving against Carter Williams. Feeds to Embiid. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. be his second foul of the game. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And Embiid throws it down.
Was there any doubt what he was going to do with that putback? Flush it down.
Oh, that's some energy we just witnessed right there.
And that's the kind of energy you need on the offensive glass. That's the only way to get it done.
The drive by James. That ball finishes by Love. 9 points for LeBron.
Well, that's one way to get your second half started on the right foot. An easy layup against some soft defense.
Verjao comes with the double team. And so here is Philadelphia. To the wing on the left. Irving kicks to Verjao. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Verjao's got 11 points.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect lead.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. The next message he had for them was that they should be attacking the basket on offense. He felt very strongly that the defense they're up against is vulnerable down low. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. Roten kicks to Carter Williams. 6 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Steps back and fires. That one off the back iron and out. Up the floor. Here's LeBron. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Sixers coach Brett Brown, a reputation for being demanding, but also having a great rapport with players. You know, it's always a challenge with a young team struggling for wins, but I thought Brown really did a nice job last year.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Michael Carter Williams. Coach Brown hoping to build a culture of effort, even as the team weathered the early losses.
You know, he had the Sixers push the tempo and play at a frenetic pace. And again, looking to establish a style of play and culture. Their best chance to win, I think, is by playing it.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
He didn't make a lot of noise heading into last season's All-Star game, but boy, did Kyrie Irving put on a show when he got there. It was a playground type of game, and he dazzled everybody with his skill.
Shot's good by Waiters.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
The 76ers trailed by 18. And Waiters over to help. Roten kicks to Carter Williams, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And upon winning the All-Star MVP last year, Irving said the most important was bringing the trophy to Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a nice nod to the fans in the Forest City, and being a native Clevelander myself, I know how much the fans appreciate being acknowledged by one of their favorite players. After all the speculation and turmoil last season, that was a nice bright spot, even if it was soon overshadowed by the return of the King.
And Waiters kicks to Verjao. Now Love inside. Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Moultrie. Here's Roten, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam. Boy, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
Carter Williams can't get it to go.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Foul call that time in the layup. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And look back to last season where LeBron had 3rd in scoring, 4th in field goal percentage, and his passing
advantage of his, Steve. I mean, you can't have any off nights when you're able to put up those kinds of numbers.
Free throw, good, Irving.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. While it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
Embiid sets the pick for Carter Williams. Inside. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 5 assists tonight. Here's James. He's got 11. He dishes it to Waiters. Back to James. 6 to shoot. Puts up the baby hook. There is Zhao, passes to Love, and he gets it to go. Love's got 4 this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Well, Anderson Varejao staying relatively healthy last season. That's to say he only missed 17 games. That's a far cry from his previous 3 seasons where he played a total of just 81 games.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Noel's checked in for Embiid. Thompson comes in for Mbamut. Jason Richardson is checked in for Tony Rote. And it's Alexei Shved in for Michael Carter Williams. The Cavaliers leading by 16. And Varejao, Steve, has shown flashes of all-star caliber production at the center position. It's been his injuries that have really held him back.
Yeah, it's good to see him able to remain on the court for most of the season. Yeah, tough year for the Cavs last year record-wise, but Varejao, for him, a step in the right direction health-wise.
Shved dishes to Thompson. The feed to Shved. From 13, and again, it's Philadelphia.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Cavaliers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Fast break, Philadelphia. A pull-up. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Cavaliers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Marion. Out to Miller. Count it from 12. Miller's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Gotta love the inside-out game there, guys.
The 76ers trailed by 18. Releases from 15, and that one goes long.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
50 seconds left to play in the 3rd. To the middle. It's deflected. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to take a clean steal.
I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Williams, he's checked in for Moultrie. Here's Shved. Shot is off. James with some nice D. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Here's Dellavedova. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Dellavedova's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
That is a tough layup with a guy right on him. Good defense, but better offense.
And Williams, here we go. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Cleveland on defense. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Clock at 6. Back to Richardson. They grab their own miss. It's Miller on the wing. Got it to go with no time left on the clock.
You talk about stepping up at a big moment. That is some fortitude, folks.
I should say.
The awareness, the release, everything was just perfect.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may all.
Tune in Friday, November 7th. Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Don't miss out.
It's time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
And Philadelphia has possession. They've got Nerlens Noel. Elliott Williams is out there with Carter Williams. And there's Embiid. And it's Mbamute in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Carter Williams kicks to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Cavaliers with the rebound. Verajav's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Carter Williams. He kicks to Embiid. There's the dish to Noel. Williams passes to Noel. The rebound by Kevin Love.
Tough D on the inside.
Look, a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
Carter Williams against Waiters. Carter Williams dishes to Embiid. And Noel kicks to Mbamute. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Mbaamute's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the 76ers. Passes to Verajao. Marion outside. Back to Verajao. Out to Marion. From downtown. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 11 points for Sean Marion.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
Pass to Carter Williams. Kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 5. There's Noel, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, they'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can get, guys.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Waiters. Back to Irving. Puts up the baby hook. Love kicks to Waiters. He feeds it to Verajao. Embiid with the steal. Here is Mbamute, and it's sent back by Irving.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yeah, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass. And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here is Mbamute, and it's good from the elbow.
So if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And Verajao kicks to Waiters. Love inside. He's covered by Noel. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Well, jersey advertising, an idea that had been bandied about for a long while. Last season, in lieu of that, the league tested out advertising for the court apron for the first time, as well as a small ad on the top of the backboards. So the league, of course, always looking for new revenue streams.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Arnett Moultrie comes in for Nerlens Noel. And it's Tony Roten in for Williams. And Mbamute can't get it to go. Cleveland leading by 22. Kicks it out to Love from outside the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 7th assist here tonight. And Steve, you mentioned the apron advertising. It's only being allowed for locally broadcast games.
And I think that makes sense, Kevin. Viewers probably see it more than they would see stitching on a player's jersey, and I think keeping the ads off the court and the players is a good line to draw.
And so So here is Philadelphia. Carter Williams with it. Picked up by Love. That one wide left.
I'll tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make, but when you've got daylight like he had there, I mean, those are shots you want to make.
Raiders on the wing. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Marion, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Beautiful lead pass there. He let his teammate run right underneath it.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Roten kicks to Moultrie. Dishes to Roten. Moving against Carter Williams. And there's the pass to Mbah-a-Moute. 6 to shoot. Here's Roten, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
For a long time now, the Western Conference has been the deeper conference. It's the top 5 or 6 teams, legitimate title hopes. But last year for the East, it was especially down. It was really viewed as a 2-team conference.
The 2 teams out east that people were talking about, of course, were the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers, but it was so bad where teams out west were joking, Clark, about how they could get moved to the Eastern Conference because they feel better.
Well, yeah, the Blazers media team joked about that at the expense of the Eastern Conference, but they did have a bit of a point. A lot of very good teams out west, no denying that, who didn't make the playoffs, would have not only been playoff teams in the East, but maybe would have been able to grab a home court advantage. I think the Suns at 48 wins would have probably been a top 4 seed in the East.
Schved, and there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
The Cavs were an all-out mess last year. A lot of that was because of their depth. They just did not have the punch off the bench to keep leads or bring them back into games.
With the Cavs, their score differential for their reserves really tells the story. Just way too many points given away when that second unit came onto the floor. Something they needed to address in the offseason, and they did.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Williams is checked in. And for the Cavs, depth certainly won't be an issue this time around. A lot of changes and growth for them, resulting in a much deeper and talented roster.
And, you know, Kevin, people still underestimate the importance of having a strong bench. The Cavs really struggled with that last year, but with LeBron starting and pushing former starters to the bench, they'll be in a much stronger position.
And Bernardo kicks to Schved. Got a piece of it. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Here's Williams.
Well, you take a look at video reviews in the NBA and even across all sports for that matter, they're not going anywhere. Especially with the way media is now. Fans can dissect every call on DVR or the internet. So you want to give officials a chance to get those big calls right. So I think video replay is useful and here to stay.
Jones, the pass to Haywood. Feeds it to Dellavedova. All stolen. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Here's... Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Miller outside. Kicks it out to Jones. And he banks in the layup.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
And that one's good. Schved.
Defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Dellavedova dishes to Jones. Here's Haywood, and again it's Cleveland.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left the man open deep, you get a good look at the basket. And they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team. Boy, what a game it was for James. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Offensive rebound. Renato can't get it to go.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Thomas kicks to Haywood. Thomas passes to Haywood. He dishes it to Dellavedova. Thomas inside. Cleveland moving it around. Just 3 to shoot. Throws it up high. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Shved dishes to Vernat. Shved with it, and it's Miller picking him up. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Grant, that's good. Cleveland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And Thomas, here we go, and he gets it to go.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Knocked away. Here's Dellavedova. Miller with a wide open look. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Jones from outside. He buries it.
Guys, you just don't realize, maybe Steve does, but you can't imagine how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. Man, that was as sweet as honey.
Clark, I think it's pretty easy, actually.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you guys had a tremendous second half. What were the things that had to happen to win this game?
No, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
It takes 5 guys to win it in the NBA. Kevin, thanks for your time. Back to the table.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.